Good afternoon. For All Western New York News, I'm Scott Levin. It's Saturday, December 10th, 2016. Partly sunny today with a high near 30, snow showers likely overnight with a low in the low 20s. Tomorrow, more snow with a high near 32. What's in the news? After opening a handful of trails in late November and then closing them again due to a warm spell, Holiday Valley is again open for business today with 8 trails and 4 lifts operational. Kissing Bridge, meanwhile, is waiting for a bit more snow before opening for the season. Following the International Joint Commission's recent decision to follow through with Plan 2014, which makes dangerous changes to the water levels of Lake Ontario and the St. Lawrence River, Assemblyman Steve Hawley of Batavia is condemning the decision and President Obama, and has pledged to work with Congressman Chris Collins and the incoming Trump administration to stop its completion. The Buffalo Police Department and New York State Police each issued a warning this week to area residents to be extra mindful of scams this time of year. State police say someone has been calling folks saying they're the state police from what appears to be a state police phone number, but it's not them. In fact, New York State Police advise state residents that neither the state police nor any agency authorized by it ever solicits donations from the general public. 21-year-old LaTanya McCain of Niagara Falls pleaded guilty on Friday to conspiracy to defraud the government. The charge carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Prosecutors say McCain filed false tax returns with the Internal Revenue Service for the years 2014 and 2015. As a result, the IRS was defrauded out of $32,187. Antonio Eldridge, 28, of Buffalo, who was convicted of being a felon in possession of a firearm, was sentenced Friday to 12 months in prison. Eldridge, a convicted felon, had displayed a firearm to children. During the investigation, officers located him hiding in a basement crawl space of the children's residence. And a pair of Buffalo men, John Evans, 33, and Timothy Finch, 28, who were convicted of RICO conspiracy, were sentenced to 188 months and 168 months in prison, respectively. Evans was also convicted of conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute 280 grams or more of crack cocaine. Evans and Finch were members of LRGP, a violent street gang, and on April 20th, 2011, the defendants planned the murder of rival gang member Amir Chambers, who was shot dead by co-defendant Fred Keyes. Police news. A man was hospitalized early this morning after a shooting on Springer Avenue around 12:30 a.m. Buffalo police say the man who was shot in the leg was taken to Erie County Medical Center, where he is expected to recover. The victim's identity has not been released. 38-year-old Jose Manuel Salazar Estrada of Mexico was arrested and charged by criminal complaint with illegally re-entering the United States after a conviction for an aggravated felony. The charge carries a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Estrada, who attempted to gain entry into the U.S. on Thursday via the Peace Bridge, had been deported from the United States on 5 prior occasions. Sports. The Washington Capitals delivered a broom to the Buffalo Sabres, beating them 4-1 on Friday. That's 2 wins and an overtime win for the Caps over the Sabres this year. Buffalo plays again on Tuesday when the LA Kings come to KeyBank Center. The Bills play Pittsburgh Sunday at 1 p.m. at New Era Field. The game will air on CBS and the Buffalo Bills radio network. The Bills need a win for even the most remote chances of making the playoffs. If they lose tomorrow, expect tickets for the team's 2 final home games to take a serious dive in prices. We've already seen tickets to the Christmas Eve game as low as $10. Death notices. Ruth F. Neidenhofer died Wednesday at age 90. Scott E. Strickland died Thursday at age 72. Cyril M. Wick died Thursday at age 96. William P. Blanchard died Thursday at age 83. Teresa F. Menzel died Friday at age 89. As it turns out, a horse sculpture was worth $4 million to an East Aurora family. The sculpture, purchased by Richard E. and Patricia Garman, broke in shipment from Florida to Buffalo several years ago. They asked for and received help from Buff State's Art Conservation Department, and so began a relationship that has culminated in a $4 million donation from the Garmans to the department, the largest donation ever to the Art Conservation Department. As always, there's a ton to do this weekend. AllWesternNewYorkEvents.com offers 24 options for today alone. 2 of our favorites are the tree lighting ceremony at Buffalo's Central Terminal from 5 to 8 p.m. and Old Fort Niagara by candlelight from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. But like I said, That's just 2 of dozens. Or stay home, drink some hot chocolate, and listen to Christmas music. We won't judge. Okay, so that's the news. For All Western New York News, I'm Scott Leffler. For more on these stories and more, please visit allwesternnewyorknews.com. Also, we're now on Flipboard and Tumblr. Our username on both is All Western New York News. Check it out and have a great day. Be in the audience Friday, December 16th at Niagara Falls Rapids Theater to smile and wave at the Headstone. The Canadian Rockers will make their way south of the border to play what is sure to be a packed crowd at one of the best places to experience a concert in Western New York. Tickets are just $27.50, available online at rapidstheater.com and at the Rapids Theater box office. That's the Headstones, Friday, December 16th at Niagara Falls Rapids Theater.